So a big part of my life and my mobile life is content creation. And I cannot tell you how much joy this foldable has brought me for content creation. Let me show you a few real world scenarios. I am a photographer and videographer, and I take a lot of behind the scenes content with my phone. Might be time lapses, might just be wide angle shots of me using cameras. And having the foldable phone enables me to get so many interesting angles very securely without any need for a tripod or anything else. It's blown my mind. These time lapses of a recent shoot are just so cool. And literally all I needed to do is sort of either fold it that way and stand it up, fold it that way, and then I can angle the camera however I like. There's so much versatility when it comes to content creation, and it's so handy. For the camera in the phone, there are other cameras on the market in different phones that are objectively better. This is what we all know. However, I think there is a really good workaround if you know photography a little bit. The Samsung colors are very processed, very vibrant, and I've never been a fan of them at all. But you can shoot RAW with this camera, which means you don't get that heavily processed look, and you can use programs like Adobe Lightroom in order to edit things to taste. I've actually been really impressed with the camera because I was honestly expecting the worst, because it's one of the first things that a lot of reviews sort of dig into. Here's an example. I was recently out taking some photographs with a 1,500 pound camera and a 400 pound lens, and this is the shot edited in Lightroom. I took a very similar shot using the wide angle camera on this, shot it in RAW, and edited it in the same way. Now you can probably tell to a degree that the photographs are different. You will see different quality because obviously you would hope that the camera would be better, but I don't think it's a world apart. I think people are really overly critical of the cameras in these. If you know what you're doing, you can make a good photograph from basically anything. In terms of content creation and just generally organizing my life, I think having a valid, usable file system within Android is so good. I know you have the Files app in iOS, but it is sort of crippled, and there's no real way of just sort of plugging your device in and having access, to your own content. It's very limiting on Apple, and I'm beginning to realize just how limiting since using Android. Just being able to plug my camera in to my computer and just copy things over without any compromise is so good. Hello, dog. Bet you didn't know there was a dog here the whole time. So accessing my own content, copying things across from device to device is much more fluid with Android. And for editing content on the go, this has replaced a hell of a lot of things I use my iPad mini for, to be honest. We have a USB-C, so I can copy over my hard drives and my cards and make backups. I can use the S Pen and edit in Lightroom, and have a video editing app called LumaFusion, which it's a pain in the backside on a smaller screen. You can use it, but it is sort of crippled and it's not very fun. On this, there is no compromise at all. It's very nice to use on the go. So for content creation, if that's something that you're into, this is a huge step up from the iPhone. It really blooming is. Comparably, if you was on iOS, you would probably need your iPhone and a larger iPad to do all of the things I'm talking about comfortably, with the S Pen or the Pencil, for instance. With this, it's a phone, it's a tablet, there's no compromise, it does everything. What a time to be alive.